Tundra's tempo, because it is a fast-paced draft from Tundra, which is, I would say, not really that cooldown reliant, right? It's the Night Stalker who plays a little bit around that and the nighttime, so Tundra can play fast, and I think Falcons is trying to be able to respond to that at all times with this Doom build.
Looking for Pure, but it's a bit of a bait. Ramses and Saxa, they're ready with a surprise jump straight over towards the Hoodwink. In with Whitemon as well, they'll be able to completely control and take down Crit, and maybe look for more. Snaking.
Got the numbers here.
He's going to get focused first. Now they want to turn towards the bigger kill. They want to try and find Skeeter, but Skeeter's able to jump safely away with the Primal Spring. They'll have to settle for just snaking on the bat. They turn back towards him. They'll be able to take out the two supports.
Very nice, successful movements with this nighttime. Ramses is actually making this Night Stalker work so far now. First 14 minutes, he's top 2 net worth. Just adds so many more different possibilities for the Invoker. So Thompson just constantly playing in that Ghost Walk is nice. And yeah, we see fastest on the record for the Monkey King shot.
It was, yeah, by 1 second.
Yeah.
On that shard timing this game from Skeeter.
It's interesting too, because he had the gold for the Echo, and he's just like, no. Shard's just way more important. It is very impactful. Either to get in, get out, extra burst, extra slow. All right, Ramses, he's got ult at the ready.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
Hard to get the jump on Falcons, though. They're set up very defensively.
Something I'm going to be checking also on Falcons is how many Force Staffs are they going to be getting, because it's the kind of answer to protect the puck versus the Night Stalker. I actually see Malrina's queued up a Force Staff even. So definitely going to look to have some answers versus that Night Stalker silence. Saxa.
And how much they want to drop for him. If they want to drop anything at all, they will commit the lasso.
And yeah, we saw yesterday Miposhka playing this 5 Bat Rider, and he wanted the Solar. I think Snaking is identifying, yeah, the Blink is that important to get. You know, we had talked about the lack of initiations for Spirit's draft in that game. Snaking rushed it, so let's get at least a Blink Lasso there from it, even if it's just a support.
A few moments now where Tundra haven't really been able to find the fight that it seems that they're hungry for. Falcons staying ahead. Can they get the setup on the Maureen? They've got the Tornado, the EMP as well, but the phase shift's there. He's able to dodge the EMP, jump out with the Waning Rift. He should be able to get away, no problem. In fact, Snaking's jumping in. They get a Dream Coil down. The Boundless Strike out onto the 2 of them. They're taking out Whitemon. Pure and Thompson, they're trying to hold their ground. Saxon jumps in. They want to try and focus down the Monkey King, and they'll be able to do so. Pure takes him out, but now Amar comes in with the Doom straight onto the
Malrine.
Ramses has made the jump onto Malrine. Amar should be able to finish off Pure, as Pure ticks down very low. In fact, is Pure going to survive? He's not. The final tick of the Doom does kill him, but Tundra finally able to find a successful fight back against Falcons, in which they take out the 3 of them.
More.
And indeed, maybe Amar as well. Ramses and Thompson with the chase down. They've got the control. Sunstrike's off the mark, but Amar very little way out of this one as backup comes in from Whitemon. A pause comes out as well. All right, what's going on here? So, pre-20 minute, phase drum Shiva's guards. This is a pretty terrifying Doom.
Absolutely. And right now it's still daytime for a little bit, but it's about to hit night, and Ramses is very close to BKB. So a bit of an item timing that Tundra is going to be hitting soon that might want to look to get on gold and experience.
Yeah, one of the closer ones we've seen. These teams so far proving to be very evenly matched in their openings.
How many Force Staffs do we got queued? So Malrine, he's got 1. So that's 1 protection versus the Night Stalker. Crit, he's got a Force Staff, so secondary 1 to try to bail out the puck, and I think Snaking's also building 1. So if they've gotten, they're confident to fight.
That's a good time to go. Not indeed, on paper, the threat of fighting into night is there, but it's the fact that Tundra, they may be feeling comfortable. They're like, they're not going to go for us, it's nighttime. But surprise, they are. They'll find Whitemon.
They will use a lasso. The Shackle connects on 2.
Yeah, maybe Tundra could do something in return if Pure's going to try and step up with the whirlwind, but Amar just turns around, slams down the Doom on him. So Pure's going to be a bit careful how he approaches this fight. Thompson poking him from the side, trying to bring down Crit on the Hopewink, and he'll get him. Hopewink to fall. Dive forward as well as Saxa leaps in with the right clicks towards Amar, but Amar's too speedy with his phase drums. He's able to safely disengage. Same to be said for the rest of Falcons by the looks of it. They'll drag back Malrine in. Saxa trying to finish him off, but Saxa won't be able to finish the job as he gets taken down.
Pure?
Skeeter's ready to go back over to Pure. I mean, Pure tried to push up as low as he was after the Doom had come to an end. Skeeter standing his ground. He builds up the Jingu, but the Tornado is there. He's not going to be able to continue to life steal as they take Skeeter out. Amar's getting chased down by Ramses. They'll run away here with the final moments of the pig pole. Getting so fast, but they have the blink. Ramses is able to jump back in, get the setup for Whitemon as a double kill for Ramses. And Falcons, they may have come looking for that fight, but it's Tundra that take it. Should be pretty aware that this is coming for them. They're hiding under the tier 2.
Amar has a Crimson, but it is dispellable from Tornado, so
Thompson.
let's see.
He's going to try and start the action off over towards Crit. Amar's ready to head in, but straight away Ramses is the silence, so Amar's not able to get the immediate Doom off. It's already been taken down to half HP. The sharpshooter comes in, but Tundra, they're able to safely back off. Falcons, they'll jump in, get the lasso connection in on towards Thompson. Boundless as well. This time they're bursting him low. He's able to turn, get the tornado off, but he won't survive. Thompson falls. Falcons now have the opening to chase potentially for more, but Petty 2. Oh, it was 3! I'll give it.
Got him.
I'll get. That's some good eyesight you got there.
Thank you very much. It's
I'm
not,
gonna get
it's not
first
though.
list.
It's really not, but...
Look at that.
How long for this next nighttime? So Ascension's back up, 20 seconds. Nullifier's queued up for...
What target Snaking gets, because they have these other big ultimates, the Dream Coil and the Doom, to save for the cause.
Look what Thompson's doing. He dragged both mid-creep waves with his Forge Spirits.
Yeah. He's got Whitemon and Ramses here, and he's going to find himself a freebie. Crit's gone, and they're in fact going to look to take down the Tormentor, take that away from Falcons.
So if he gets alone and left alone in some of these fights, once he gets this Nullifier, he's going to be doing well over 200 damage per hit as well. Throwing the Ascension, it's 300 damage, you know, so... And then Solar Flare, not something to scoff at by any means.
Yeah, and you're just not going to be able to get away from it.
No. Yeah, it is starting to feel, you know, even though we were mentioning the buff ups for the Wind Ranger, it hasn't really been that case much at all, and it is turning into like a mini Tricore that Tundra does kind of have. Ramsey's still a little bit under-farmed, but...
They're still having good impact.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to see it, because I know, even Curtis, you could hear how he was saying it in that interview, too. It's just like, this hero's...
You just don't see it.
You just don't see it that much right now, but... Ramsey's looked pretty decent so far.
Right, getting some towers out of this Aegis as well. Tundra able to push down the tier 2 mid. Now they'll turn towards the bottom with that tower gold as well. That is the Nullifier completed for Ramses. See if they want to try and push it to the high ground. Still 2 minutes left on the Aegis. They can definitely try and force a reaction from Falcons.
Does feel like they're getting a bit of momentum here. Just have to be a bit careful going into these high grounds sometimes versus this lasso. See how much they'll respect it. And they do see Amar. He's got a fresh BKB.
Yeah, got the Shackle. It's not a bad opening. They're able to immediately burn all the mana, and he's turning up with the Whirlwind, trying to dive forward. Purely gets held back by the Boundless. Bushwhack as well to hold him back.
A lot of damage getting blocked there from the Crimson. They were trying to, I mean, either trying to kill him or trying to force the BKB. Well, Aegis, still 90 seconds.
See how Tundra want to go about trying to go for the high ground once more with that remaining minute.
Now that I get a moment of downtime too, I get to finally talk about some other things. I've seen a lot of varying builds of stats and whatnot on the Wind Rangers. This game, you can see that he actually put stats instead of maxing power shot, but because the stun is so important in this game, he actually puts more point in shackle versus the puck and stuff. Some of these games I saw 1 point shackle, 4 points power shot, and then stats completely. So sacrifices his career for it.
I mean, do they try and force a fight around this Wisdom Rune, or do they just let this go? And like, how do you start some action here as Falcons?
See if you can get one of those big lassos on a core.
Thompson.
Got the lasso on a core.
Jumps there, snaking immediately in with the lasso. They'll get the follow. No, they won't. Thompson able to get the BKB off. I think the
Linkage.
The Doom.
He put the Linkage on it.
It was indeed thrown down on the Thompson. It allows him to save himself from the Doom. And now they can look for the kills themselves. So they run down the 3 of them. A buyback comes out from Crit. Ramses, he's ready to dive the high ground. Shackle shots there. Immediate response from Tundra.
Instant linkage. You didn't even see it.
It was absolute. It's so quick.
And look at that pure immediate with the ult chat.
I mean, they're going to get so much from this.
I think they can look to end it. They have the Whirlwind. They can hit these
There's 4 heroes dead, no buyback.
Oh, what a fight for
Look at that. I mean,
all it takes is one.
It really does. I think that's got to be it. That Lincoln's play, it really just threw a massive spanner into the works there from Valve. I mean, without that...
Purebot Deso, they're ending. They're absolutely ending.
And they're going to be able to. First tier 4's gone, second tier 4's going down as well. The Ancient's going to be exposed. They've done it. A close game, but up until the ending moments, Tundra, with that Aegis, with the control that they got, gave no chance for Falcons to fight back. It's over. GG is called. Tundra.
Wow.
What a way to close that one up, folks.
Yeah, just patience, right? And just, even though they get the initial jump onto the Invoker, man, that Lincoln stuff. There's going to be a lot of spells that he can block out, these dispels as well too, but in particular, just the Fate's Edict. It's really strong versus a lot of these magic damage heroes, in particular Kunkka. Kunkka throws his combo, you throw Fate's Edict, it blocks the boat, it blocks the torrent, it blocks a significant amount, so we'll see how much that pertains, because that was kind of like an old school counter in a way that people used to do. So see if the time still exists that way. Because Falcons was able to counterpick pretty heavily inside this game. So we'll see what ends up going down because of that.
Let's see if Topson can have another crazy performance on the Invoker. Did very well in that last game.
He was honestly quite a nuisance. He's not going to have that amp up, of course, of like Solar Flare and stuff like that, where he could be that extra right-clicking beast, but we shall see what he can do.
And how should this lane be for him? Pango versus the Invoker.
Actually, recently, I feel like I've been seeing a little bit of differences. I feel like it can be a little bit more even nowadays, but it depends, because it's just the sustain war that comes out from the Quas, and then the runes are going to be in particular, so it's tough to say, really, for this one.
And how strong is this top lane? So ET backing up the Luna here in the safe lane as a support duo. Are these two getting chances to get aggressive on the Doom?
You can at times, but I feel like we've seen a lot of these teams just be really good at being able to at least protect the Doom. Even if Doom's not winning so much, the lane actually does look pretty good in most situations, so should be able to.
We can see there win after win from Topson on his Invoker so far.
I mean, Moon said it, right? We got the Invoker, so they're very, very happy.
Indeed, if that, you've got to imagine at a point if that win rate continues to go that way, and if Topson's able to make the win happen here, teams might have to start considering an early ban on it against Tundra.
Let's be honest, Topson won TI because of Invoker in like his first one especially, so it is definitely going to be something that teams have to always think about. And we'll see how that top lane. I'm curious about how that one actually, because this one does feel like it's a lot of like trade back and forth. But then once the ET and the Luna get level 3, I think that's when they're able to kind of dominate this lane.
Because then you get so much damage, or
it's 2 points in Beam, 2 points in the Spirit, and you're able to just kind of run these heroes down. So I think that's when it's going to become the most difficult for Falcons up here. But first 2 levels or so, they should be able to do okay.
I mean, because like, how difficult is it going to be for Amar to be left on his own against these two?
Very difficult. I think Crit
kind of has
you have to stay here. Yeah, because you can at least do the, you lift them and throw them back and kind of reset to be able to get positioning, so. Mid's kind of the one that I'm just just like last game, where I think most people are just staring at this mid matchup because these two just love to push the limits of their heroes. Who ends up getting that Lotus? I didn't see, actually. Okay, so Rubik was able to get that one. Okay, what is that one?
Beautiful art there.
Oh, so I guess this is reminiscent of Topson's first TI win also, where he's just dropping stickers on people's faces on the on the lane. Not very funny. But mid lane so far pretty much dead even.
It's really close.
Yep. So that kind of skill matchup. Topson, of course, these denies. We'll have to talk about the
top lane
is top. They actually get.
Wow, so close to bringing Pure down, but Whitemon coming in with a lovely stomp to hold back Amar and Crit.
That was a bit surprising there. They hit the level 3 first on the Doom, so they had that big explosive damage initially, it looked like. Actually, didn't even put a point in yet, so maybe it wasn't just because of that. Which is an opportune hit that they found on Pure.
They could dive in for Whitemon.
He's still not 3.
I think he's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Whitemon underestimating the potential there from Amar and Crit to just dive in and go for the kill. They get first blood for Amar.
Very nicely played, exactly when they need to. These first 2 levels are crucial for them to apply that pressure, and they do so. Very nicely done from the 2 of them here. And Amar, of course, getting that kill, so he's going to have boots and a chainmail coming out here too, which could even change the outcome of that lane even more. So very nice from Falcons there.
I mean, we saw, last game as well, despite the loss, Amar and his Doom had a pretty fantastic time in the early parts and got this incredible amount of farm. Do you imagine he's going to go for a similar build this game, go for that phase drum Shivas once more?
That's actually a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because it was a very different approach last time. I think so, just because we've seen Tundra play very fast. He'll probably look for something fast-paced. Maybe not the drum, but we'll see. How's his bottom lane overall doing?
Saxon and Snaking trying to go for one another, but neither quite able to finish off the job.
So one other thing that was actually pretty crucial for me in that last game is how well Ramses did in that lane, because he was in Night Stalker with Nighttime and stuff, but it was a Monkey King lane, which can sometimes dominate some of these melee heroes. This time also, he's not doing that bad. It's a Kunkka versus a Razor lane, and he's 24-2, so all things considered, this lane's doing pretty decent on the side of Tundra, and I think that's why they picked this Willow, because it's got these, blocks to not let the static link build up, so kind of cool. I expected that lane to go much worse for Ramses.
I mean, mid continues to be one of the Yeah, the kind of the most even outcomes that we've seen 5 minutes into a match here. Incredibly close between Mallory and Thompson.
But Thompson does get, I mean, it's not like it matters as much because it's an Invoker. He gets the 6 first. It's just a different kind of style because of those denies, because of the Mastermind.
Bringing Crit over. Coming up to the 6-minute power runes, of course. Whitemon for Tundra also going to turn up and try and have the chance of fighting back and protecting this and making sure that Mallory's not able to get the pick.
They know where the rune is going to be, though, since they have that Oracle. So they know it's bottom. Snaking won't be able to get it, though. I didn't see what happened top. I don't know why they tipped each other.
I could have just got a deny or something.
I think it was deny or Lotus or something.
Probably.
I actually didn't get to see which one it was. I was checking the rune. Yeah, 30 CS on the Kunkka. I'm pretty impressed with how
against
much
a Razor lane, right?
Yep.
You got to be feeling pretty happy if you're Ramses.
Yep. I've seen sometimes, like, yes, Razor's gotten a lot of nerfs and stuff like that, but sometimes I've still seen like some of these lanes be absolutely devastating. He's got almost phase boots with a wind lace, so he can just kind of be like even outrun it sometimes if he's not with Saksa. So doing very well.
And in terms of overall tempo of the game, you know, nowadays, how does sort of the Razor match up against the Luna, with Luna being as strong as it is?
That's a good question. Luna now fights very early, so I think Skeeter definitely could fall into some issues where if he charges in with some Link, you get turned on from an Eclipse, so yeah, could be
now you can
some
get,
fast tempo.
I feel like the Razor can get burst. It's going to be a lot of it down to Snaking coming in with clutch saves.
Absolutely. I mean, Snake is definitely going to be one of the most important ones that we look at in majority of this game. The move's coming from Malrine first, a quick TP bottom.
So if they can catch Ramses, they can't.
They can't here, but very interesting move there from Saksa.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And both teams not interested in looking for us. To their advantage, they've got to get out on the map and catch Tundra by surprise.
The whole other side, though, Tundra is smoked up.
They're very split up.
Skitter!
I mean, he's caught by the Torrent. He'll get the BKB off. We'll start to get the Standing Link over towards Pure, but Skitter, is he going to be able to survive? He's healing up.
He's so low.
Side. The False Promise will save him for now. But I don't think this is the way that Falcons wanted to start this fight off. As Tundra, they're going to be able to run down Amar.
Oh, that was awkward, and they used everything there.
The Doom will end up killing off Ramses at least as well. So they get a couple of them. This may be enough to slow down and stop the push from now.
I mean, pushing the limits again, right? The Satanic plus the Paladin Sword heal, just with Snaking able to get the reset onto him. Saksa is doing some cool stuff. He is blinking it past the team fight to try to find Snaking and stop these false promises. Pretty crazy.
Trying to see if he could get a little bit of a setup onto Skeeter there.
I'm surprised how confident Skeeter is here too, when they still don't have how they look to mount the next siege. And if they can ever find Snaking. I mean, Sox has tried to be able to stop these false promises, but so far every single fight, Snaking's getting them off.
He's getting a lot of healing out, yeah, Snaking. He's been doing big stuff this game on the Oracle. Just is able to get these links off on Pure, just been able to turn Pure's damage against him.
And we're seeing it, an item you don't see too often nowadays because a lot of people don't like it on some heroes, but the Scotty. I mean, this time for Pure,
sure,
it's versus a ranged hero and it's versus the healing, right? Yep. So can definitely understand why he's going to be...
They don't matter whatsoever, no. Amar ready to play around them perfectly.
They're going to at least try to force. They might know at least, they know at least like one of them is down. They know that Ramses is gone.
They're trying to find a catch, they get the air, open with the Hex. They're going to try and quickly burst through Crit. They're able to take him down. That's the Razor gone, but it's an immediate buyback from Crit.
Saksa?
Get away from this. Under the cover of the Shadow Realm.
What? No way.
Their time. I mean, surely there's no way. The Rolling Thunder comes in. Saxon's gone, but he does have the luxury of buyback. Just trying to do whatever they can to slow down this push. Give time for the rest of their teammates to respawn on Tundra. As it stands now, is Thompson against the world.
Sun striking the catapult. It doesn't hit. They still have the catapult.
They're
alive for the push.
They're ready to get the tier 3, ready to get the racks and maybe more.
Skater's going in.
They're going to start feeling it soon if Falcons, that Tundra just don't have the buybacks. How much can Falcons get? Can they take everything?
30 seconds.
Thompson's going to do his best with the hold.
The blast.
Skeeter. He's able to push back the 3 of them, but Crit's able to get the jump in. Tries to get the grab on towards Thompson, but the Linkers is there. He's going in with the airway doom. They're closing the gap into Thompson. Thompson's in trouble. He's trying to get back towards the fountain, but Thompson's gone.
15 seconds.
2 minutes. The tier 4's falling. The fortification's there. 10 seconds until Pure's back up. They're likely to maybe have one more fight in them, Tundra, but it will be without Thompson. The tier 4s. They're gone. They've got to do something soon, Tundra. Falcons.
Pure's TPing in. He's just going to go for it.
Let's see what Pure can do. He's going to go straight over towards Snaking. He's taking out the Oracle. Now turns towards Skeeter, but Skeeter's able to get the link off. Pure But the refresher, big
Oh my
Arsenal
goodness!
coming in from Whitemon, sets up the fight to fall into the hands of Pure. The base, it's been defended. Falcons, they have to get on the retreat. They're not going to get the chance to, though. Pure jumps over. He's got the setup on towards Maori. They're going to be able to take down the Pango as well. Tundra hold.
They've got 4 heroes up, and there's no Doom for 110 seconds, Owen. And, oh my goodness, an amp damage spawns top. Pure.
Uh-oh.
The splitter plus the combo, the burst. I mean, the splitter, I don't even know how much it actually did, because I think it was mostly Pure just with the aura.
I guess it was
shredding the hero. The ideal for them is to try to find that backline, snaking, as it's been most of the game.
Well, that's the thing. At this point, do you think you're kind of happy with Pure just blinking in on top of the Oracle if they see a chance to?
If they can, I mean, snaking has not given them that opportunity, really. And he does have Book of Shadows, so another layer of save that snaking also has in this game. The layers are being added.
The mid-range rack's gone.
Pure, X'd, buffed up.
Pure's in. And he's back out. Maori, he's going to go for the Rolling Thunder. Tries to put sort of a catch he can find, but Tundra's able to split. Keep themselves away from this attempt from Maori.
Whitemon is about to have another Lincoln Sphere, by the way, so...
Just throwing everything onto Pure.
Yep.
They can keep this Lunar alive, get him in on the high ground. They could be moments away from claiming at least the Mega Creeps. As it's the damage and the speed that they take these down. So that's the mid-racks gone. They've just got one more racks to take care of on the top lane.
Probably just going to shift their way up there to be able to claim that. It's kind of putting the onus onto Falcons to come at them. Falcons...
Ooh.
He'll show himself.
Okay. He's in with the Doom. Does
He's
get reflected. This time around, Amar opts to go with the aggressive use of the Doom, and that means that indeed he's been caught out by the Lotus Orb. Pure goes straight into the midst of the fight. They're chasing Amar down. Amar trying to split off to the side. They're looking towards snaking. Ramses is in with the control, had the X-Mark ready.
Amar has no buyback.
The boat's coming in, and indeed Amar out for 100. Crit's gone as well. They could turn in for more. The Rolling Thunder controls Pure for now. Skeeter, though, gets caught by the Fear from Sack to push back. He'll buy back. But Amar and Crit, they don't have buyback available. Pure goes straight and aggressive up towards the Fountain as Tundra push on forward. The Aegis has gone, but they've taken so much from Falcons. As Falcons, it's Skeeter against the world. Tundra, they can keep this push going onto the tier 4s. I think they've done it, folks.
It looks like they have. GG's been called.
GG is called. Tundra, in spectacular fashion, will be moving forward to the main stage here at the Royal Arena, getting the pleasure to play in front of the live audience. And my goodness, the crowd's going to love these guys, Fogged.
That was one of the most absurd